So the big question I'm sure everyone has, okay, after all of this investment in training, what did it transpire into? Because that's what now we are keen to know. Rajiv?
Yeah, so Pranav spoke about all those interviews, mystery audits of Indigo Airlines. Then the book came together. By December 2015, I completed writing Lead or Bleed. And Feb 2016 was the plan to publish and launch Lead or Bleed. And because we had such amazing business leaders from across the country in the book, what we wanted to do was we wanted to make sure that the message of the book reaches as many people as possible. So we planned this mega book launch event where the 12 stories that are featured in the book, they come, the 50 leadership philosophies that are captured in the book, all those leaders come as well. And on the 12th of Feb 2016, we planned this massive book launch event at Taj Vivanta in Bangalore in MG Road. And obviously we did not have the money. So we went to our relationship manager in HDFC Bank and we gave him a list of all the leaders who are featured in the book and we said, look,
we'll make it someday.
All these people are coming. We can't do the event, the book launch in any random place. We need to do it in the right way. And we took a loan. Okay, I still remember this. We spoke to Taj also. We said, okay, it's a book launch, negotiated, per plate cost, made it only vegetarian food kind of thing. And I remember the buffet cost was 800 rupees. And we were like, chalo yaar, the book price is 697. Some money will get recovered at the end of the book launch. People will come and buy the book. So we were superbly nervous. I know the three of us were like, we didn't know what was going to happen after that. Like for us, it was all going to end at the book launch, and then it would probably be go build relationships and pitch for training projects and all of that. So we did not know what was going to happen.
But wait, I want to stop you there and say that that time, like I said, I have been a part of this journey. So when I met them, when I was hosting that event, I didn't even know. I ensured that my payment came in. So you might have people like me who said, I don't know about the rest, my money needs to come in. I didn't even know the other side. And in fact, I told them, hey, listen, I might just give you a little discount, but I charged you. So now I understand how the entire Taj event happened today as I look back.
Everybody was taking money away from us. We were praying somebody give us money. And that somebody came in the format of our BNI friends.
Wow.
We were a part of BNI for 5 years, and I recommend that to every small and medium entrepreneur in the country because that's a space where people come to give. And our BNI friends showed up enthusiastically. I remember at the end of the book launch, we had told you to announce that the books are available at the back of the room, and if you'd like to get the copy signed, buy the book, come here. And Pranav was standing there like the security guard. Bhakti put a table on the
I had the credit card
machine. Karan had the credit card machine at the back, and Bhakti put this table for people to come and for me to be seated. And I remember the first 3-5 minutes, because our book launch event extended, people were so hungry they went off to eat. And Karan and I are looking at each other from a distance and like, koi to jao, somebody go buy some books.
And I was standing there to manage the queue.
Yeah, and there was no queue.
Already, right? Like already. Just like badi queue hone wali hai. People might just rush.
There was no queue. Nobody went. Everybody went to eat. But it was our BNI friends who then after quickly grabbing a bite went and bought books and swiped their cards, and they came up and the book signing and all started happening.
See that picture right there.
At the end of the day, we were counting kitne book bike. Oh, okay, chalo, we recovered this much money from the book launch. But yeah, I think these are memories, and these are priceless memories when you're so nervous about doing something, but you still do it, and then it kind of falls in place.
And I think that picture speaks volumes. And Karan, then what happened?
So the book obviously went on to become a major bestseller in just 2 weeks of time, and obviously, like Rajiv had shared the entire story about how people were just taking money away, and we were wondering how to make the money back. So it was a very exciting journey for us to boost the book sales, because that was our way of getting the money back. We decided to come up with a very creative offer. The book's price was 697 rupees. You buy the book for 697 rupees and you get a seminar which is going to be called Business Breakthrough Seminar worth 3,997 rupees for free in exchange. And we're like, okay, that would boost book sales for sure. We got a bookmark.
And we've never done Business Breakthrough Seminar before that.
Yeah. It was, we just came up with it. And we got bookmarks done, inserted that in every single book, and hoping that people who would buy the book would see it and call us back. And that happened. That happened, and we were on track for 48 people to come in for the first business breakthrough seminar, which we had, was supposed to launch. But the funny part is we were not clear about what we were going to do after the business breakthrough seminar. So I remember, me and Rajiv had a conversation one day. The first business breakthrough seminar was on 22nd Feb 2016. And one day before, we were like, okay, what do we offer after that? And we decided, let's just teach entrepreneurs space. I believe they need that. And we decided to schedule a PACE program in April 2016. We were still a little tentative about the dates because we'll see how many people finally register, how to book hotel without that. And from those 48 people who came in for the first business breakthrough seminar, 8 people bought the PACE program. That was like our first milestone. And I mean, I'm like, okay, there is something over here. So we did another one. Okay, and we had about 30 people coming in for the second business breakthrough seminar. And I remember, we used to make calls ourselves. We didn't have a team. I mean, I would make calls. Raji
would you say,
make calls.
I'm Karan?
Yeah, I'm Karan.
You'd say your name.
I'm Karan, and I would say I'm from Quantum Leap, and you would have received the book, and there's a seminar happening tomorrow. You anyway have it for free. Why don't you come? And I would register people on the phone. And for our second business breakthrough seminar, 30 people showed up. And we had 6 people registering for the business space program.
And we were building it up.
Yeah, we were building it up. Okay, and then finally we had the third business breakthrough seminar, and we were supposed to have 40 people coming in. I remember that day. We had, and for all of these seminars, we had rented a small hall. We couldn't afford a hotel. We couldn't afford to pay for tea and coffee. Very small hall, barely 200.
You didn't even have this office.
I mean, this office was recently. I'm talking about 2016.
So where?
And that remember, right? Money was going away. No money was coming in. Okay, so 40 people were supposed to come for that seminar, and there was a rally happening in Bangalore, because of which a lot of cancellation happened, and only 3 people came. Yeah, I mean, I still remember that scene. I mean, imagine standing over there and seeing only 3 people as your audience. We still did it. We still did it. Thankfully for us, all 3 people signed up for the PACE program.
So we're like, theek hai, chalo. The day was worth it.
Wow.
And when I put it all together, it took us 5 business breakthrough seminars to register 29 people for the first PACE program, which happened on 22nd, 23rd and 24th of April in the Park Hotel in Bangalore.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, that was our way of making this reality happen. It was the start point.
Wow. So far, I think there's one thing that I have noticed. The book, you just told about it, and then you started working backwards. Here, you announced the business breakthrough seminar, and then the PACE happened. So I think, and that's something that you literally teach today. You work the backwards, okay? So the business PACE program is a hallmark today for Quantum Leap. So what was the first program like, Pranav?
I can say there are multiple emotions, one of which was uncertainty, because like how Business Breakthrough Seminar was happening, we didn't know what we were going to do with people at PACE.
I knew.
Wow.
No, not after PACE. I meant after PACE, right? Of course, we knew what we were going to do with PACE. And so one was the emotion of uncertainty. And during those 3 days, there was a lot of fulfillment. And I can speak for the 3 of us. It was so fulfilling to see participants come to you and talk about how the learning is impacting them and how valuable the learning is to them as an entrepreneur. And that amount of fulfillment we had never experienced before. And that was amazing. That was amazing. And we were constantly creating on the go. We were thinking during those 3 days, okay, how do we offer the next program to them? What kind of coaching engagement should we offer? Multiple conversations in every break. So if it's not a break, Rajiv is training, and during the break, we are co-creating. So it was a lot of spontaneity, a lot of fulfillment experienced for the first time. And I would definitely say uncertain, but all of this was pure joy.
At the closest to your heart.
Finally, it was looking like, I think this is the way forward.
Something.
I think something's opening up for us. So I never got that feeling till then, like all the multiple different verticals that we had started. This was the closest to it.
So basically, this was a feeling that you cannot express, something that you felt, something that you tasted, which you had not tasted because of the chaos and all of that. And there's this calmness, there's something within, right? If you say that, then what do you have, Karan?
I'll be honest, okay? Nervous. I was really nervous. a lot of conviction. There's a very big difference for me, at least, between nervousness and conviction.
True.
I was nervous about how is this all going to turn out, because it was D-Day. Yeah, please imagine we've invested in a hotel, don't know what's going to come out from it, so much debt at the back. It has to work. But I had a lot of conviction, because PACE is not something which we just came up with overnight. PACE is something which has been tried and tested through a lot of research, curated. So I knew it works, there's no two ways about it. But it's time to put it to a test in this format. And then during the program, for me, it's like my eyes were popping out. I couldn't believe what was happening in front of me, because when we offered our coaching program, our MBA program, and seeing people run to the back of the room, signing up their cards, I'm like, wow, is this even real? And then at the end of the program, when I saw everything coming back together, for me it was like, finally there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Finally, I see a route where we can actually get out of our debt, we can pay back our loans. But more than anything else, for me, it's a huge sense of responsibility, because at the end of the day, it's now time to deliver on the trust and the faith our clients have put in us. And for me, that changed a lot in me personally, because I knew that was my responsibility. And that changed my entire perspective about how I need to do things. So that was what I felt.
So I can say this, you felt the magic at the first PACE. And how many of you have attended PACE? Just type PACE in the comment box. I'll tell you why, because I've heard this from people, okay, that right at the end, you see tears. You see tears roll down. It's huge on emotions. And like you rightly said, for you, it's more about responsibility of, now the next level. So what PACE, the first one, Rajiv, I'm waiting to hear now.
So PACE originally, the skeleton of PACE got created in 2013. And I really owe that to Tally software, because it was an intervention with Tally where I got an experience of hands-on working with their dealers and distributors, which were largely small and medium entrepreneurs. And I understood the pain points of those entrepreneurs were very similar to our own pain points. And Tally gave us a playground to create an intervention, create a methodology to help those entrepreneurs set goals, track goals, and achieve goals. Added to the framework we'd created for Tally was the interviews, the 300 interviews. A lot of insights came of how do these large businesses scale up, or how did they scale up. So PACE was an integration of these two. So for me, walking into the PACE program, I knew for a fact that we have content that is relevant, that is powerful, and that will strike a chord with the entrepreneurs who are in the room. So I had that conviction. And in my conviction, what I had done was I had reached out to Surendran, people know him as Suren, who was the founder and CEO of Success Gyan, because for 2 years prior to that, from 2014, we were attending every workshop that Success Gyan was conducting. So I called Suren, and he's based out of Chennai, and I said, Suren, we have the first ever program coming up, PACE program coming up. And I'd spoken to Suren about PACE in the past as well. And I said, I want you to come and see and give us feedback. That's all I requested him for, that come and see, give us feedback. We've participated in every program of yours. And if not anything, this is our way of thanking you, saying here's a student from your room who's now doing his own event. So please come for that. And he was kind enough to show up from Chennai. He came to Bangalore to be a part of the first PACE program. He sat at the back of the room. And Suren was also my point of connection with Sidra. I remember day 2 lunchtime, Suren had a call scheduled with Sidra for some work. And he kept that call and he said, Sidra has a message for you. I said, what? And he said, Sidra has said, you're finally doing what you're supposed to be doing. And you will do this for the rest of your life. It was divine. I mean, there was something different that happened within that felt like, okay, this is it. I knew this was it. And we also knew the next step was that all these entrepreneurs whom we are equipping with all this knowledge, these systems, they will need hand-holding. They will need support. Because otherwise people turn into seminar junkies. They attend one program, then they jump to another one, then they go to another one. So we decided that we want to handhold people, we want to take them through to the finish line, we want to support them, coach them. So we offered a coaching engagement, and like Karan said, out of those 29 entrepreneurs, 21 signed up.
Wow.
If you ask me what was your goal, that how many people should sign up for coaching, I was thinking 5.
That's enough.
I was like, 5 people sign up, that's like one annual training calendar of corporate training that is coming out of this, right? And we had 21 people sign up. I cried that night. Because for me, I was hugging Bhakti and crying, and I was telling her that finally that risk we took of investing in ourselves,
You can see it.
I can see it giving a return. And I cried for another reason as well. At the end of the program, we did this huddle, thanked all the participants. The participants got a cake, got us to cut the cake. It was very special. And after the program got over, Suren pulls me out. And the training room had a balcony in the Park Hotel. Pulls me out, looks at me and says, "What the hell was that?" And I'm like, "What happened? Did I do something wrong?" He's like, "I have never seen a trainer train like this. I've never seen participants be so emotional at the end of the program. I've never seen people buy like the way they bought." And I'm like, "That's a good thing, right?" And he looks at me and says, "Rajiv, we've been doing programs with 58 international speakers through Success Gyan for the last 4 years. We don't have one Indian speaker on our panel of speakers whose workshops or events we can promote. Will you be the first Indian speaker that Success Gyan can promote?" I shook. There was too many good things happening on the same day.
And you know, too much to believe because so many years.
Yeah. I tell you, like, if someone asked us, or asked me at least personally, what is your goal as a business owner? In 2014, I would have said, if I'm able to take 60,000 rupees back home,
Enough.
I can live a decent life for my family. Because I'm so used to not taking
salaries.
money, not taking salary, just doing. So when all of this was happening, it was literally like heaven's doors opening. And Suren said, "Look, we are in April. 31st of July is the first National Achievers Conference event for this year. It's happening in your hometown in Bangalore. And I think if it's happening in Bangalore, no better place to launch you as a speaker." And I remember on the 31st of July, when I drove to the event venue, it was going to be a massive crowd, 1,200 people. I drove to the first National Achievers Conference, and there was a hoarding, like kind of a backdrop event branding over there. And that event branding had Dr. John D. Martini, who's featured in the movie Secret. It had Kevin Green, who's a millionaire from London. It had Courtney Smith, who's a stock marketing trader. And it had my baby face on it. And I was so tempted to take a selfie with that branding that was put out. I was like, shit, this is real. This is happening. And I remember behind the stage, Karan, Pranav, Bhakti, 4 of us were standing before my name was supposed to be announced. And Robert Riopel was the facilitator, the central facilitator for that event. And I've been a Robert Riopel student. I've attended his Enlightened Warrior Power program, which truly touched my life. And to have one of your teachers introduce you in your hometown, and for some strange reason, everybody was excited about me speaking that day. The crowd was so welcoming. I remember I was nervous as hell. I was hugging the 3 of them back to back, saying, "Okay, I'm going. And that day was, I'll never forget that day. That memory is too special. Wow. That first National Achievers Conference event, to rub your shoulders against legends like Dr. John D. Martini. I mean, it's beyond explanation.
Wow. We can so feel this, right? And I think the 3 of you agree, the first pace, the batch, very close to your heart.
Yeah.
I know it's over 50 paces. Every is, but the first one. And I think even this moment where...
They're called the pioneers.
Yeah, we called them the pioneers because it was the first batch that trusted us.
Yeah, and I can sense it, as you said, they got the cake and how it feels, because you see, all this while you've not even believed in yourself and so many challenges, suddenly you see this as an outburst and it's magical. So sometimes you have to pinch yourself, I'm sure, to figure out whether this is true or no. This gives me enough goosebumps, but I must say that the kind of journey it started with Suren was sure that it was something magical, because you know he told you should have asked him and he would have allowed you to attend the National Achievers Conference. And I think the fact that you called and he made it, not any other reason, but he just made it. What in case that day he was busy, he couldn't make it, and you know, if you look back, it was just all the dots being joined. So I have something special for the 3 of you. This time I have a video message from someone who is on a mission to bring world-class education to India and take India's best to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Surendran J, founder and CEO of Success Gyan, India's largest seminar organizing company.
Hi, this is Surendran Jaishekhar, founder and CEO of Success Gyan. Success Gyan is India's largest organizer of personal development seminars since 2012. Quantum Leap, what a phenomenal 14 years journey. Started with a vision to make a difference in training industry to become Asia's largest business coaching company. Success Gyan is honored and privileged to partner with Rajiv, Karan, Pravan since 2016. We have done more than 50 plus business space programs. Thousands of business owners have come to our training rooms, learned how to build a team, how to build systems in the company, how to scale the company and become super profitable. And when I think about you, Rajiv, all I can say is your sheer commitment and dedication to your craft. Every time you're on stage, you give 200% with the intention to serve and make a difference to every business owner who comes to your training room. Karan, your ability to mentor, train, and build an army of world-class coaches. And Pranav, your ability to hold these two people together, run everything else in the company, and ensure that Rajiv can do what he does best, Karan can do what he can do best. It's been amazing to work with you guys, and I'm so looking forward for the future because I know a few years from now, there will only be two kinds of business owners in India. The first kind, business owners who learn the business space system and become super successful. The second kind, business owners who do not learn business space system and are struggling. So privileged to work with you guys. Happy anniversary.
Wow. From not being able to afford a silver ticket to attend a National Achievers Conference in September 2014, to being the first Indian speaker to speak at National Achievers Conference, to being the only Indian speaker to speak at National Achievers Conference in Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines and Thailand, being the highest selling speaker in India for 22 National Achievers Conference events. Wow. I have a very special video message from someone who has seen all of you through this, okay? And you will love this surprise. Chief Everything Officer of Success Resources on screen, Veronica Chu.
Congratulations and greetings from Success Resources Singapore. I want to congratulate you and your team in Quantum Leap on your 14 years anniversary. I still remember when I first met you in our first MAC in India and MMI in 2014, you were a student, and see where you are now. I'm so proud of you. Now, I just want to say that today, you have turned to become a very, very successful entrepreneur, investor. You are also an acclaimed author, an awesome trainer, speakers all over India and in the world. So continue to do what you are doing and impact lives, change businesses. So I want to take this time to wish you once again and your team, keep up the great work and congratulations on your anniversary. Thank you.
Wow. So before I go to Success Resources, it started with Success Gyan, okay? So I have to ask you guys, what role has Success Gyan played for Quantum Leap? I'll start with Karan.
So I think one word says it all. Everything. Everything.
Pranav?
For me, I can't imagine our journey without Success Gyan. Suren, Praveen, and the three of us, it's like a perfect partnership. Their values, their vision is perfectly in alignment with how we think. And the five of us together, I very, very firmly believe can change a lot of things about how the world works.
Wow.
And I genuinely can't imagine how Quantum Leap would have been without Success Gyan.
Wow.
For me, Suren's a godfather. When you are in vulnerable times, no matter how strong you try to be, you need somebody who you feel safe with. You need somebody who you feel, I can just fall back upon, open myself up, be weak, be vulnerable, and get that strength. So Suren played the role of a godfather, and he is that for me. This entire vision of taking us across the world, facilitating the relationship with Success Resources and speaking across the world, like Karan said, for us the relationship with Success Gyan is everything, and I'd second what Pranav said. There's no Quantum Leap without Success Gyan. It just works that way. it's a beautiful partnership, and there's a relationship of gratitude towards Suren and Praveen for who they are and what they do.
So this again goes back to what you said, Pranav. The three of you were not friends. It came, and so do you also say Suren's relationship is similar that way?
Initially, it was
Yeah.
acquaintance, and then moved into trying to explore business together, and then we moved into business partners. And now I can very safely say Suren and Praveen, both of them are like very, very close friends to us. All of us, in fact, are like one family. Our wives and
Our vacations are together. Our life is together. It's weaved with each other.
Yeah. And you call yourselves as the Soul Tribe?
Yeah, we have a soul tribe. Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. Wow. So I did speak about all of those achievements. Yeah. How does it feel like?
You are referring to the...
You know, you being not being able to afford the ticket at National Achievers Conference, to being the speaker and the first Indian speaker.
So I'll tell you, for me, in all honesty, every time, say, Suren says that, okay, we are having this event, I always ask him the question, who's the other speakers? Because most of these other speakers, like say, for example, Brian Tracy, for me, I'm a student when it comes to when you have a man like Brian Tracy speaking, or Dr. John D. Martini. It's pure wisdom flowing there. So I feel like a fanboy. I feel like a fanboy when I'm backstage and I'm seeing Brian Tracy, I'm seeing John D. Martini, I'm seeing Gary Vee, because genuinely I admire the work of these people. I go there like a student, and it's an absolute honor to be able to represent your country across so many countries. And you know, when I go to these different countries, it's very natural that people don't like, you're like, okay, yeah, Rajiv Talja, I haven't heard about him. At least the first time I visited all these countries. So I like the feeling of being an underdog. I like the feeling of the audience coming to these multi-speaker events, but not coming for you. They're coming for, say, a Brian Tracy or a Dr. John D. Martini or a Gary Vaynerchuk. I like that feeling of being the underdog, somebody people don't know, and then going on stage and impacting people, and the sense of pride that I'm from India. For me, that gives me my high.
Wow.
So it's a privilege, it's a fanboy moment, it's mixed emotions, and yeah, I just enjoy this process of going across and teaching entrepreneurs.
Wow. And for everybody who knows who Veronica is, this video is like the best gift, right? So in one word, if each one of you could tell how that feeling was, Pranav?
I think it's pure gratitude for me.
Yeah.
For to be able to give us that opportunity.
Yeah.
Knowing that, so we as Indians, at least I speak on my behalf, don't look at the same level as all the other countries that are there. At least so far. Now
Yeah.
it's changing, and it's changing for good, and it better change. That moment was a feeling of gratitude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Karan?
I think I'll still go with the same word he said, because when I think about what opportunity we got and also heard Veronica, it's gratitude, because if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be able to see that global stage. So I resonated completely. Gratitude.
Yeah, like I remember my most special moment was that Success Resources has this standee, which has just the faces of all the speakers. You have Richard Branson, Tony Robbins, you have all these people. And when I started speaking along with Success Gyan and Success Resources, when my picture went there, that day I felt like, ठीक है, कहीं पहुंच गए life में. Like I've gotten somewhere.
Wow.
So again, if not for Success Gyan, if not for Success Resources, not just us, I think the world would not have got this kind of education.
So true.
Yeah.
And I must confess, one of my moments when I was internationally traveling and attending a program, and I saw Rajiv's picture right there next to all of the international speakers, and the only, typically, forget about you taking your own selfie, I kept taking selfies, and wow, it's, you know, the feeling. Sometimes you just need to do that, and wow, it's so beautiful. And guys, I have something more special for you. This time, I have a very special video. These are your partners from Philippines and Sri Lanka. So I have Loris Enterprises from Philippines, and I have someone from Sri Lanka from Success Sante.
Congratulations! from your Loris Enterprises family here in the Philippines. Because of Quantum Leap, we were able to gain clarity with all our goals, especially with our respective roles, allowing us to maximize our strengths.
I'm very happy to say that our very first world-class trainer who we brought to Sri Lanka was Rajiv Talreja.
We want to thank Rajiv, Karan, Pranav, and the whole team of Quantum Leap for allowing our fellow Filipino entrepreneurs to achieve the results that they want in their lives and in their businesses.
And I love the way their team, the Quantum Leap team, put their 200% effort to make sure they can help that entrepreneur to take their business to the next level. And it's not easy. But these three gentlemen, they make it look so easy with their team.
And 14 years, it's not easy. So Simply means you have created a huge impact in people's lives and in their business.
So my best wishes to Rajiv, Pranav, and Karan.
Thank you and
Congratulations.
Wow. Just say one word, huh? You guys can speak, so I know just one word for that video.
Grateful to all these people. I mean,
That's it, one word.
Responsibility.
That's
Take
deep.
India there.
That's deep.
For me, it's the gateway to the world.
It just gets better, huh? Next time I'm going to go this way. So you three are known as entrepreneurs. I mean, you guys just don't train, just don't motivate people, but you handhold business owners to build their business. You work with them one-to-one for months, for years. And I have a video summarizing this one. Take a look at this video.
There's nothing more powerful than a group of entrepreneurs coming together to achieve their dreams.
Under their guidance, in just 12 months, my business grew by 2.2 times.
And within 18 months, I was able to grow my revenue by 4x.
There is nothing more courageous than a group of entrepreneurs who come together to learn, take action, and evolve.
On the marketing side of my business through my YouTube channel, I'm consistently getting 1,000 calls month on month.
From zero to I have moved to 6 lakh in sales per month.
there is nothing more exciting than a group of entrepreneurs who come together to contribute to nation building.
We have seen a drastic change in Google reviews, which has been increased to 3.6 to 4.4, and also client retention has been increased to 50% to 80%.
Within the first 6 months, there was significant and visible change going on in our office environment.
During the COVID pandemic last year, we made over 7 million ringgits in revenue, while other travel companies changed industries or closed down.
$1,090 entrepreneurs in the community. Wow. And Karan, I understand this is the role that you play, Chief Transformation Officer?
Yep. And that's the role I play, but I'm not the one behind it. 1,090 entrepreneurs, 77% of them have made a minimum of a 20% growth, on their top line. All this credit goes to our team of Quantum Leap. I mean, honestly, they are the true heroes. They are the ones responsible for making that happen. And for me, this team is my pride. Like, I mean, they're the ones who make me feel good about myself every single day, because they're not a team. They're more like an army, They walk in every day with the mission always being first for them. And the reason why I'm saying they're an army is because they have so much care for each other. They're going to always hold each other's back. Having said that, they walk in every day with utmost focus on what the mission is and what they need to do in order to make the success happen. And for me, if there's one thing, if there's an example of a dream team I need to give anybody, it's this team. I mean, it's a blessing more than anything else.
There's so much of passion as you talk about your team. And I think you're right when you say army, because listen, every other day we'll have challenges. So you're trained the army. They just remove the weapon which way and you just done all of that. Let me tell you, the team has a little surprise for the three of you. So this is a special video. I call this very special because I am going to introduce the Team QL, Team Quantum Leap. Here we go.
They are such dreamers, but they sort of use their dreams to turn them into tangible realities.
To live a holistic life in the form of work, family, as well as my finances.
Whatever that they have envisioned, they ensure that their employees are very, very well taken care of.
To be a leader who has the ability and the intention to serve people around him.
Working with my clients on their business cannot be compared with anything else, and it's getting better by each passing day.
I realize the importance of having right business partners, and I really feel inspired when I look at them, how three of them are aligned to a common goal.
I have gained so much of knowledge when it comes to different business aspects, and this has also helped me to create an impact in the lives of my customers and clients.
Vision first, team second, me third, just makes me want to work here even more.
They work in the business to help business owners grow. They mean it.
It's enabled me to rediscover my strengths as a leader and further develop myself as a phenomenal business coach.
They are like the oak tree, that's how at least I look at them. Firmly rooted and still want to touch the sky.
They inspire me to be pragmatic when it comes to performance.
I see immense confidence and good knowledge about the businesses because I've worked with various businesses.
They as an organization always ask their team members what they aspire for and work towards achieving that.
I'm able to create a right balance in my life where I am focusing on my family, I'm focusing on my professional life, and I feel stronger and stronger day by day.
Say they created an environment which encourage you, push you, inspire you.
They're building an army at the workplace. I'm proud to be a part of this army and the journey.
From a jack of all trades to a functional expert, that's how QL is impacted.
The company has taught me to do the work with systems, but the system works.
One of the things that I'm constantly learning from them is never settle.
They make sure that I not just give best at workplace, that I do the same even at my house. And that's something that I rarely see in any businesses or any entrepreneurs doing.
You know what, I'm stealing that quote, Karan, because I have applied this. I learned this from you. Systems work, people don't. And trust me, you can apply this personally, professionally, everywhere. And it's amazing right there. So you saw the team applies the quote as well. Pranav, what do you have to say about the team?
I'll tell you what's the defining element about us, that a very, very large percentage of training companies, not just in India but across the world, are run by one person, and it's just that one person. So they're mostly solo. Most training companies struggle to build a team. And the reason why we're so successful, why we've been able to impact so many businesses across the world, is primarily because of what Karan has done with the team. He's built a team that's strong, that's committed, that has the skill to deliver world-class experience. I mean, think about it. 75% of them have had more than 20% of growth, and all of it done by a team of people and not the business owners. And it's done across 1,090 people. It's not a joke, right? I mean, to build a team of that kind speaks volumes about what Karan has done for the business. And even in his book Catalog Catalyst, which was launched in Jan 2019, it was published in Jan 2019, and we were fortunate that Jack Canfield actually launched that book for us. And even Jack gave a compliment to Karan about how detailed his approach is towards team building. And to see what we're seeing today with all the clients that we have, Karan's magic and the team's phenomenal commitment and skill, all of these is a perfect combination.
Don't you also feel that this was supposed to be a part of your learning? Because I heard you guys just a while ago saying you made personal calls. If you didn't go through that kind of detailing, how can you train? So I think it was a part of the journey. So wow.
Absolutely.
I think it's just like all the dots getting connected. Rajiv, what do you have to say about the team?
For me, I second what Pranav said, that Karan is like the faceless hero. Like probably people see my face, but they don't understand that the real magic is the hand-holding, the coaching. And it's Karan and the team that he's built that actually do that work. So for me, he's a true hero of Quantum Leap. And that team is, these are amazing people. For us, every time we hire, we have a simple philosophy. Either a person leaves in 2 weeks or lasts for a lifetime.
Absolutely.
It's like that. Like in our workplace, there's no gray, there's no hanging around. And naturally what we've been able to attract is intrapreneurs. You know, who are these intrapreneurs? These are people who come into a workplace, technically they are in a job, but the ownership that they have is like an entrepreneur. And we are blessed with an amazing core team of entrepreneurs like Monisha, Anurag, Abhishek, Chetan, Vinay, all these guys.
There.
Yeah, this is our core team. These are the people who actually build the business on a day-to-day basis. And you know, people say great companies are built by entrepreneurs. I say that's total crap. Great companies are not built by entrepreneurs. Great companies are built by the leaders in that organization. It's built by entrepreneurs.
Wow.
So if Quantum Leap is a story worth sharing today, yes, Karan, Pranav, me, three of us have had a role to play, but I think it is the team's story. For me, that's what this team means.
Yeah. And personally, like I said, every time I have to do anything with the team, there's such clear definition about everyone's roles. There's so much of clarity, and that makes it so amazing. Guys, I'm going to take a moment to take few comments. I want to thank Arun, Sebi, this Institute of Professional Banking complimenting and saying congratulations, Abhijit Shukla, Sumit, Govind, Shashi Kiran, for all you guys. Thank you so much for those wonderful comments. And this great comment by Madhusudan Vadwani says, amazing story of real grit. Thank you so much. Keep those comments coming in because we are almost to the final session and I have few surprises. So serving entrepreneurs, we've understood the kind of impact that you guys make, all of that. But honestly, everyone watching this and everyone's lives that you've impacted want to know who Pranav, Karan and Rajiv are as people. Who are those people who deeply inspire you, influence you? So I have a little surprise for this one, and I'm going to take you through a video. This moment could go like, oh, so I'm just preparing you, okay? Statutory warning, take a look at this video.
We started Kuri in Jan 2016. It was very slow and we were clocking a revenue of about 26 lakhs per annum. Was one of the first members to sign up for the MBA program. Didn't think a bit about it before signing up, but I think that is another best decision I've made. So first few months into the program, we thought our business model was not viable. Slowly but steadily we changed the business model. Rajiv and Karan helped me do that. Pranav was following up on certain things, and we are actually collectively were able to change our business model and then come to and operate Kuri in a different way with a much more clarity and rigor. So what happened was in that year our revenues jumped from 26 lakhs to 2.4 crores and then to 12 crores and then to 31, and then recently we closed our books at 50 crores. So this is a phenomenal journey that I had, and the journey was very enjoyable. I think thanks to Rajiv, Karan and Pranav that they have made this journey very enjoyable. It was stressful, but then the stress was converted into a positive stress. I really knew that what parts I need to show empathy to, what parts I need to be practical about, and then how science has to drive the business than the emotion. So that's how we have driven the business, and very happy to be associated with Rajiv, Karan and Pranav through them, and really wish all the guys all the best. Rajiv, Karan, Pranav, thank you so much. I really owe you a lot.
So we know that you've impacted so many entrepreneurs' life, okay? Now the reason I said awe moment, because this is one of those very, very special person whose life you touched, because the three of you entered as investors here, yeah? So this was a special video by Satyamurthy, the founder of Kuri. Rajiv, you want to throw some light here?
So it's not just the three of us, it's Suren and Praveen included. So the five of us, we invested in Kuri because the story of Satyamurthy was inspiring for us. He was working in TCS in the US, quit his job, came to India wanting to become an entrepreneur, create jobs, started this logistics business. When he came to the PACE program, I remember Karan pushed him to come, and he came to the first PACE program without having the money to afford even PACE. But he was the first one, like he said, to go sign up for the MBA coaching. So we were watching the business closely and we were seeing his vision. His vision was to create jobs. So we worked on the business model, we saw conviction, we got in as investors in Kuri. And from a 20-member team to a 2,000-member team, from a 26 lakh per annum turnover to a 50 crore per annum turnover, just being a part of a story like that is extremely fulfilling for us.
Wow.
And he actually gave us a new direction of Dreamcatcher Investments, through the interaction with Kuri?
Yeah, in fact, for the three of us, along with Surya and Praveen, Dreamcatcher Investments is our next big thing. Because we've noticed that a lot of very good businesses have the potential to scale, but also need the money to scale. And when we're talking about money to scale, we're also talking about the right kind of investors with the right kind of mindset. And that's where we want to be. We want to be the firm, Dreamcatcher Investments, to handpick worthy businesses who have the potential to scale, invest in them, and handhold them to make them really large businesses. And that will be Quantum Leap's next big thing.
Wow. So, you know, the reason as we're getting closer to the end and we're getting closer to some emotional aspects of the three of you, I think this video came in at the right time because, like I said, you truly touched his life, you know.